sitting on dashboard of my car. Going 90, it ain't scary, 'cause I got the Virgin Mary sitting on dashboard of my car. I'm in the backseat singing Jesus, up there grinning, sitting on dashboard of my car. Green, white, pink or yellow, I don't care, 'cause he's my feller, sitting on dashboard of my car. I don't care if it rains or freezes, as long as I got my plastic Jesus sitting on dashboard of my car. Going 90, it ain't scary, 'cause I got the Virgin Mary.
So I put a little dollop on every corner of the cake, and I start to spread it. Now, working quickly because
El Dorado 911 is currently experiencing an outage. Backup numbers are also experiencing an outage. If you have an emergency, you may have to drive yourself or a loved one may have to drive you. People who are at high risk of an emergency should have another person near them so they can be rushed to the hospital.
making those points pointy, covering over the cardboard layer. The most important thing, Julia, on this is if you don't work quickly enough, your frosting is going to get too soft. So if you feel it getting
Nobody. Rated R. In theaters now. On demand April 16th.
Yeah, Reggie. It's always tough having to say goodbye.
Whoa, hold up.
Oh, the honey butter chicken biscuit is $1.99.
A civil authority has issued a local area emergency for the following counties or areas: Davis, Morgan, Salt Lake, Summit, Utah, Wasatch, Weber, Utah, at 4:23 p.m. on April 1st, 2022, effective until 10:23 p.m. A serious telecommunications outage is affecting the Salt Lake City area. This outage has affected all major carriers in the Salt Lake City area and has affected 911 services. Those with an emergency will have to drive themselves to the hospitals. It is unknown when service will be restored.
Activities and last up to 48 hours with just one dose. Wonderful. Don't take if allergic to Nurtec.
coast this evening. California, Utah, Colorado, Arizona, New Mexico, and Texas among states currently affected by a power outage. It is not complete, but there are major disruptions to power tonight. We just learned as we come to the air that PG&E said that a large swath of the grid was defaced by an unknown event. We have Austin Davis out on the scene in Los Angeles tonight. What have you reported tonight? What have you reported tonight, Austin? Austin, you there? Well, I guess we don't.
Good evening, Jordan. We're currently seeing intermittent outages here. The power has been blinking on and off today here in LA. We don't know what happened to our battery-powered equipment moments ago, but we...
Well, we lost. Oh, we're on!
Sorry about that. We are currently having trouble managing this equipment. It has been crashing over and over. The power blinked here moments ago, so we think something very...
Well, I guess.
Major rolling blackouts are expected to begin in the Denver area momentarily. There has been a major disruption to both the black
This is NOAA Weather Radio, all hazards station WXL 58, operating on frequency 162.55 megahertz. This program originates from the National Weather Service in Raleigh and is transmitted from an antenna located on the UNCTV tower near Chapel Hill. The station serves the northeast Piedmont of North Carolina. The current time is 9:05 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Here is the latest weather synopsis. It will be sunny this weekend. Low pressure will then come into the area, bringing severe thunderstorms to our area on Tuesday. Then after that, there will be constant rain for the rest of the week as another low pressure will follow the system that will bring severe thunderstorms. Here is the latest National Weather Service.
Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and call the National Weather Service in Raleigh right now since my main stations, WXL 58 and WNG 706, are off the air. So I'm gonna report the affair, so here we go. Hi, my name is Parker, and I'm calling because your radio station from Chapel Hill and your radio station from Garner are currently knocked off the air. I was hearing a broadcast and then I heard nothing but static. I don't know what happened, but I think you might want to check that out. Both stations have been off the air since 9 p.m. and it's now 3 a.m. Check back with me when I can expect those weather radios to be back on the air. Thanks.
Hey, get a load of this.
What's going on?
This was yesterday.
Mark, get over here now.
What's going on?
What is it?
It's the biggest solar flare I've ever seen. Also, check out those solar spots.
Yeah, there was a whole lot of them.
More than a solar maximum, that is. It seems very troubling.
Yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, this is not usual.
I don't want to tell any of you what that is a sign of.
What is it?
You promise to not tell a soul.
Yeah.
The sun is showing signs that it may undergo a gamma ray burst, but if that happens, all life on Earth could be wiped out. I see that signature on the neon stars, but I have no idea why the sun is doing what it is. We never saw a living star undergo a gamma ray burst, but those things are incredibly dangerous, and we need to let the president know. We also need to prepare a statement, but we will not mention the gamma ray situation. We need to see if is any way or anything we can do to alert this crisis, Jason. Make the statement, and then send it to me. When I'm done, if I'm on the phone when you come to my office, wait. Because I'm most likely talking with the president.
Got it.
Come on, man. It's too early for this.
Mr. President, you have an incredibly important phone call. He needs to talk to you now.
That better not be a bunch of malarkey. Hello?
Hi, this is Mark Sultan from NASA. I'm calling you because we made an extremely troubling discovery.
What is it, man?
So, our scientists were looking at the sun. We wanted to see if it was acting out after a request from Seattle to the current West Coast blackouts.
What blackouts?
You know there are blackouts in the desert southwest right now. It's really bad there. Anyhow, that outage was caused by a coronal mass ejection. Apparently there were power outage in Odessa, Japan, and UK too. And those were caused by a coronal mass ejection.
Well then.
And I found something that is far more troubling. Please do not tell the people this though. Because if you do, it may cause mass panic. You promise?
Yes.
Pinky promise?
Yes, a pinky promise.
Okay, so we found warning signs of a potential gamma ray burst on our sun. We have images of such that we are keeping redacted for the time being, but we are at risk of mass extinction. If the sun undergoes a gamma ray burst would poison everyone. And there will be virtually no running away from such an event. The sun would produce enough gamma radiation it would evade our macrosphere.
Oh damn. Man, I think people ought to know what's going on.
No. If you warn the people about the gamma radiation, it'll cause chaos. It'll cause for the people to lose control and go crazy. We don't want that for the people to riot and like crazy over the fact the world's gonna end. Law and order will break down if people find out. Alright, I have to go. I briefed you on everything. I needed to brief you on it. Goodbye.
Thanks. Goodbye. Now what was all that malarkey about?
Chrysler Jeep, your can-do store in Raleigh on Capitol Boulevard.
This is an urgent broadcast from the National Aeronautics and Space Administration. This broadcast is being sent out to alert people of high solar activity. Over the last 24 hours, an uptick in solar flare activity has taken place. These solar flares have already knocked out power. There have already been rolling power outages in the following states: California, Arizona, New Mexico, Nevada, Utah, Washington, Oregon, Idaho, Colorado, New Mexico, Montana, Wyoming, South Dakota, North Dakota, and Texas. These power outages may begin to occur in the eastern U.S. at any time. There have also been scattered but major disruptions to GPS technology and telecommunications. The sun continues to
A statewide civil emergency has been declared. Repeating, a statewide civil emergency has been declared. The Indiana Department of Homeland Security has confirmed that the grid has been severely defaced in much of the state. All energy companies, including Duke, IPL, AES, and many county REMCs, have reported widespread outages. Right now, electricity is extremely limited. It will currently be prioritized to hospitals, police, fire, emergency management, and EAS communications. Please remain tuned to local radio for more information.
WFBQ will only air emergency communications until further notice to preserve as much power as possible.
Si saco las uñas te puedo arañar.
Greetings. We are the Bright Lights. We are an organization that brings dark secrets to light. Your government is currently depending on you all being ignorant in order to keep itself alive. They know something extremely dark that they wish for you to never know. That something is the fact that they know the world is coming to an end. They only wish to make this a secret in order to keep you all in line. They do not want you to know what is going on. And if you are not American, I hate to tell you, but your governments are also keeping this all hush-hush. They all know. America, France, Britain, Germany, Australia, China, Japan, India, South Africa, Saudi Arabia. They want to keep you all ignorant so they can control you. We cannot allow them to win. We must come together and take our...
Safety alert! Safety alert!
The following message is transmitted at the request of the NYPD New York Police Department. Rioting and a crime wave are currently taking place across New York City due to a malicious broadcast that was aired moments ago. Due to rioting and crime in the area, the mayor of New York City has issued martial law and has deployed the NYPD SWAT team. Governor Hochul has deployed the New York National Guard into the area in order to restore law and order. At this time, all residents of New York City are ordered to shelter in place. Do not go out into public. Anyone seen out in public will be detained until martial law is over. Anyone caught rioting will be arrested and will be immediately convicted of felony rioting. Repeat, shelter in place now.
This is Z100. We are leaving the air due to an emergency. This is Z100.
Dominique, dit is mijn tweelingbroer Valentijn en we zijn hier vandaag om met de supercoole McDonald's luchtballon lucht in te gaan. Ik kwam die post tegen in de app en ik dacht echt...
Dit is een NL-alert. In veel Nederlandse steden zijn er rellen. Als gevolg van rellen plaatst de minister-president Nederland tot na de order onder de staat van beleg. Alle personen moeten tot na de order binnen blijven en alle personen mogen zich niet naar buiten wagen. De enige reden waarom iemand wettelijk buiten moet zijn, is dat ze op weg zijn naar huis. Ben je meer dan een uur van huis, dan heb je een escorte nodig. Degenen die op dit moment worden betrapt op rellen, zullen worden vervolgd. Kijk voor meer informatie over de staat van beleg op www.overheid.nl/oproersituatie. Dit is een NL-alert geweest.
Things are currently getting better. We do not have any more blackouts or any more disruptions to telecommunication services. We do not need to worry about the issues of the sun anymore. Things are okay. Whoever told you that we are all going to die wants to destroy the American government. They do not have your interest in mind. All those bright light weirdos want is a military junta. There is absolutely no reason to panic, and there is definitely no reason to riot, and especially no reason to become a degenerate and commit crimes. Anyone who riots or commits crimes will go to jail.
Nice drop of the day. I'm gonna see what I can get.
Sunday, mostly sunny. Highs in the lower 60s. East winds. For Wednesday, April 13th. 14th through Tuesday, April 19th, calls for temperatures to be below normal and precipitation to be above normal. Normal highs for the period are... In Nashville at 1 p.m.
I could get WNG 629.
Temperature was 71 degrees, dew point was 40, and the relative humidity was 30%.
Barely.
4 miles an hour. The pressure was 33.02 inches and steady. Around Middle Tennessee. Clarksville, sunny, 70. Crossville, sunny, 70. Columbia Mountain Pleasant, sunny, 71. Dixon, sunny, 70. Fayetteville, sunny, 70.
What? Oh, I'm getting this right now.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, Tennessee Department of Health, the Tennessee Department of Homeland Security, and your local sheriffs and emergency management. An urgent emergency message being transmitted to warn you of a serious hazard due to a surge in hospitalizations for radiation sickness. Over the last hour, there has been a surge in patients reporting symptoms of radiation sickness across Tennessee. This has led to hospitals being overwhelmed with patients. Almost every ICU bed in the state is currently full, and almost every hospital in the state is currently entering triage mode. Symptoms of radiation sickness include nausea, bloody vomiting, bloody stool, diarrhea, headache. The Tennessee Department of Homeland Security and your local sheriffs and emergency management. An urgent emergency message being transmitted to warn you of a serious hazard due to a surge in hospitalizations for radiation sickness. Over the last hour, there has been a surge in patients reporting the symptoms of radiation sickness across Tennessee. This has led to hospitals being overwhelmed with patients. Almost every ICU bed in the state is currently full, and almost every hospital in the state is currently entering triage mode. Symptoms of radiation sickness include nausea, bloody vomiting, bloody stool, diarrhea, headache, fever, dizziness, disorientation, loss of hair, and low blood pressure. If you fall ill, you may not be able to receive care. At this time, officials are determining what the best path is to deal with the situation. More information will be broadcast over the emergency alert system when it becomes available.
That was the broadcast emergency. As you hear, there is a set.
There's no way I just got that. What?
Hospitals in Sydney are currently overflowing with patients coming and reporting radiation poisoning. It is unknown why there is such a massive amount of radiation poisoning. Symptoms of radiation poisoning include nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, headache, fever, disorientation, and hair loss. If you are sick, please call 000, but please note that you may not be able to get care. For more information on this situation, please visit www.homeaffairs.gov.au/radiation situation.
Just another song that was stuck in my cabeza. Yeah, I got it right. Shawty by my side, holding hands and playing weed tennis every night. But now I gotta make a
Are you looking for WCF PBS Kids whenever, wherever? You can watch your favorite characters on TV. On your antenna, just tune to channel 24.3. If you're
A civil authority has issued a 911 telephone outage emergency for the following counties or areas. Orange, Florida, at 2:14 p.m. on April 5th, 2022, effective until 8:14 p.m. Orange County 911 is currently out. If you have an emergency, the alternate phone number is 409-745-0011. Again, the alternate phone number for emergency services is 409-745-0011. If you have an emergency, please call that phone number instead.
Nine seven 011. Again, the alternate phone number for emergency services is 409-745-0011. If you have an emergency, please call that phone number instead.
And with the return to classes, though, some parents are worried about the risk factors, proper ventilation being at the top of that list. Jeffrey Siegel is a professor of civil engineering at the University of Toronto. Professor Siegel, great to chat with you.
British Columbia experiencing multiple crises right now. A large number of patients have come into hospital over the last half hour with signs of radiation sickness overwhelming hospitals in the area. All BC hospitals are currently in trio. There are also isolated to scattered telecommunications disruptions that were reported. This has affected 911 services. Backup numbers have also been compromised in British Columbia. This means that anyone who is sick may have to take themselves to the hospital. As a result of all of these crises, the Premier of British Columbia has declared a curfew beginning at 6 p.m. tonight as well as other restrictions. For more information on this dangerous situation, visit GovBC Car Radiation or tune to 980 AM.
Then ask for an air exchanger from should, just open windows throughout the day. And I know you do advocate opening windows as part of of the whole picture, but what do you make of that particular approach in Quebec?
Well, what Quebec is
Get your ass over here right now, Mark!
Oh, Lord. That's a lot of activity.
Sun is literally going crazy with solar flares.
I swear, this is a worst-case scenario. It's only a matter of time before the main release occurs. I see the energy in our sign is way higher than it should be. I have never seen the sun this hyper in my career.
What should we do? Spill the beans?
Not yet. We should not indicate that panic yet. Fuck. The power's out. Now we can't track anything.
I think the flares got much more intense.
Pretty much.
A statewide civil emergency has been declared. Repeating, a statewide civil emergency has been declared. The Indiana Department of Homeland Security has confirmed once again that the grid has been severely defaced in much of the state. All energy companies, including Duke, IPL, AES, and many county REMCs, have once again reported widespread outages. Right now, electricity is extremely limited. It will currently be prioritized to hospitals, police, fire, emergency management, and EAS communications. In addition, there has been a surge in hospitalizations across the state of Indiana due to radiation sickness. Hospitals are currently overwhelmed with the influx of patients, and emergency rooms may not be able to accept new patients at this time. 911 services are also down in the state. Please remain tuned to local radio for more information about the situation.
We have interrupted our programming to simulcast WIBC. There are currently major power outages in our state once again, so we are now switching over to simulcast WIBC, who is currently airing breaking news. We may also reduce power output, so some people further away from the northeast side of Indianapolis may...
People are saying that their cars are not working. We just got the report from just east of Indianapolis moments ago about what's going on. Not every car has been immobilized, but enough that Interstate 70 between Indianapolis and Greenfield is currently impassable. We are now also receiving reports of rioting and looting in downtown Indianapolis and in many suburbs. The rioting is most pronounced at grocery stores, where people are looting the shelves dry in order to get food, water, and other essential supplies. Here in downtown, we are not seeing much, but that may be due to the fact that we are underground in a vault. We are also getting reports from citizens, United Water, and other utility companies that they are experiencing sewage outages right now. They are telling customers not to flush their toilets.
This is an urgent emergency alert. All persons in the state of New Jersey are being urged to evacuate their homes now. Airplanes are currently falling from the sky and crashing down into the area. This event is hitting New Jersey especially hard due to the close proximity to New York City airports. You should evacuate your home now. Outside is the safest place to be during this type of event. Being indoors could increase the chance of you being killed if a plane crashes over you. All flights out of New York and Philadelphia and other airports have been canceled until further notice, and there is a chance that there will be a national grounding of flights. Please stay tuned to your New Jersey news stations for further updates on this developing situation.
We have reports of a plane over Worth Heights.
How many planes are left to crash?
We have no idea. DFW reported that their air traffic control system just stopped working. The radars went out about 10 minutes ago. I can't even.
I was watching the skies near University Park Village. I had to drive over to code 26, code 28.
Oh, we begin numerous calls here at command. We want to let.
Another plane is falling! Another plane is falling! Go to! Go to!
Where at? gonna see how many medics are available since they have been stretched. I don't know if any medics are available. Could often go out and investigate the Fort Worth Zoo.
10-4!
Code 27, Code 27. Davis is currently very ill. I need medics as soon as possible.
Is it possible for you to drive him to the hospital?
At 5 p.m., at Indianapolis, it was sunny. The temperature was 106 degrees, the dew point was 44, producing a heat index of 102, and the relative humidity was 13%. The wind was south at 6 miles an hour. The barometric pressure was 32.11 inches and falling. Around central Indiana and Eagle Creek Air Park, it was sunny with a temperature of 106. It was fair, with a temperature of 104 at Muncie and 105 at Shelbyville. Elsewhere across Indiana, skies range from sunny to mostly sunny, with a temperature of 104 at Terre Haute and 106 at Evansville. It was sunny, with a temperature of 103 at South Bend, 105 at Fort Wayne, 110 at Lafayette, and 108 at Bloomington. Just outside Indiana, skies range from sunny to mostly sunny, with a temperature of 99 at Chicago and 112 at St. Louis. Champaign reported 112, Dayton reported 106, Louisville reported 109, and Cincinnati reported 108. Once again, at Indianapolis, it was 106 degrees with sunny skies. This is NOAA All Hazards Radio KEC 74 in Indianapolis. And now a special weather statement. For the following counties in Indiana: Boone, Decatur, Delaware, Hamilton, Hancock, Hendricks, Henry, Johnson, Madison, Marion, Morgan, Rush, Shelby, and Tipton. Unusual heat affecting much of the country. Over the last few hours, temperatures have skyrocketed into the triple digits. These scorching hot temperatures are not natural, and the National Weather Service has no explanation as to why temperatures have risen. All persons should now practice heat safety precautions. Those precautions are the following: drink plenty of fluids, stay in an air-conditioned room, stay out of the sun, and check up on relatives and neighbors. Young children and pets should never be left unattended in vehicles under any circumstances. Take extra precautions if you work or spend time outside. When possible, reschedule strenuous activities to early morning or evening. Know the signs and symptoms of heat exhaustion and heat stroke. Wear lightweight and loose-fitting clothing when possible. To reduce risk during outdoor work, the Occupational Safety and Health Administration recommends scheduling frequent rest breaks in shaded or air-conditioned environments. Anyone overcome by heat should be moved to a cool and shaded location. Heat stroke is an emergency. Call 911. For more information regarding the manner, please visit www.weather.gov/IND, and then click on your county for more information on hazardous conditions. And now a look at your forecast for Indianapolis and central Indiana. This evening,
Bad. Really bad. Planes are falling from the sky like crazy, and many planes that are okay are not being able to make an emergency landing. The skies are extremely dangerous right now. We already grounded all flights, but many planes are still airborne. A lot of cars are being fried. Many roads are impassable at this time.
My scientists were able to get a short image. The sun was even more hyper now than it was before when we first lost power at headquarters. We could only get an image on it for a few seconds, but it was bright. We also got a field report from Indianapolis, where they said the sun was much brighter than usual, and temperatures were in triple digits. They also reported feeling weird when outside. They had to cut the report short due to what they were feeling. Radio waves were also shortened and degraded as a result of the sun, according to the field reporters. They tested on the radio receivers indoors and could not receive the primary station. They could only receive very close stations, and the broadcast was very choppy. I think the sun's sudden death is getting much closer.
I'm going to write a message to the American people. They are worried sick.
I think, Mr. President, we need to take you to the undisclosed location if things are going like this. I'll go into the Faraday room, and you can write the speech while they prepare for the transportation. We won't be flying you there due to the risk the skies have.
I already know what I want transmitted. This is WEPB 106.3 The Trip. We are currently interrupting our programming to activate the emergency alert system. This is a national emergency, and the President of the United States or his designated representative will be relaying a message shortly. Please stand by as we activate the national emergency alert system. This is not a test.
This is WFBQ in Indianapolis, activating the emergency alert system across the state of Indiana. A national emergency has been declared, and WFBQ will relay a message from the President of the United States or his designated representative momentarily. Please stand by. This is WFBQ in Indianapolis, activating the emergency alert system across the state of Indiana. A national emergency has been declared, and WFBQ will relay a message from the President of the United States or his designated representative momentarily. Please stand by. This is WFBQ in Indianapolis, activating the emergency alert system across the state of Indiana. A national emergency has been declared, and WFBQ will relay a message from the President.
Fellow citizens, I am a representative of the President, and this message was written by the President, who has asked me to relay this very message, as he cannot do so at this time, as he is being moved to an undisclosed location. This message was released by the President, the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, and the U.S. Department of Homeland Security. This message goes as follows. My fellow Americans, we are currently in the midst of a cataclysm. As many of you know, there have been off and on disruptions to internet, cell services, electricity, and water over the last several days. You also know that there was a surge in solar activity that has led to all the following events. You also know that we are in the throes of a rather intense episode of solar flares, which is causing widely scattered but not complete disruptions to communications and computer services. You also know by now that some pockets of the world, including the southeastern United States and the state of Indiana, have reported people flooding hospitals with radiation sickness. You also know that planes have fallen from the sky due to the disruptions to their computer systems. And finally, you know it is very hot outside. However, NASA has made a very troubling discovery over the last several hours. First, they have discovered that all of the sickness that has been reported across a few pockets of the world is the result of the sun releasing X-rays. Instead, X-rays penetrating our ozone layers. They have also discovered that the sun is currently experiencing a severe illness. NASA has concluded that the surge in solar activity is a sign that the sun may undergo a release of some sort of energy. The good news about this is that it does not seem like there is a certainty at this time. However, the sun is extremely unstable and continuing to act erratically. It is unknown what will happen, but scientists believe that the sun could release some form of ionizing radiation, from a series of dangerous solar flares that could damage Earth's grid, to even a possible gamma ray burst that could destroy all life on Earth. As scary as this sounds, now is not the time to panic. Our destruction is not a guarantee, and we still have a chance. We need to come together as fellow Americans, and we need to support each other, not tear each other down during these trying times. If you panic or treat the situation as if we have nothing to lose, society may collapse, and it may be much harder to find solutions to this predicament we are in. The United States government will ensure that law and order remains in place for the duration of this crisis. For the time being, here are some recommendations that all Americans are being urged to carry out to ensure their safety. First, you should get into a fallout shelter now. If there are no fallout shelters nearby, then you should go into your basement and place as many objects between you and the outside as possible. Make sure you bring as much food, water, clothing, and medical supplies with you for your stay in the shelter. It is also important that you have a battery-powered radio with you so you can receive important information as it becomes available. In addition, bring a fan to keep yourself cool in the shelter. If the current location you are in does not have a fan, do not use it as a shelter. The reason why we are asking you to follow these instructions is because the sun is producing radiation very similar to nuclear fallout, and this radiation has already claimed thousands to even millions of lives. The sun is also producing dangerous heat that may kill people if they do not cool themselves. Fortunately, there are no planes in the air, and the danger of falling planes is over. Unfortunately, we are expecting more disruptions to communications, electricity, and essential infrastructure. As a result of the potential disruptions to electricity and the need for fans, we recommend Americans to have backup generators. If you are to use a backup generator or a gas-powered generator, please do not run it indoors as you may endanger your life. Use an extension cord to bring a fan in the shelter. Fellow citizens, this is a trying time for all of us, but we will persevere, and we will emerge from this crisis stronger than ever. No enemy, whether foreign, domestic, natural, supernatural, or astronomical, will ever bring our nation down. God bless the United States.
martial law for the Fox River Valley. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Winnebago, Brown, and Outagamie County Sheriff's Office. Rioting, looting, and crime are taking place across the Fox River Valley. This chaos is currently causing severe injury to people and major damage to property. Due to this, the Winnebago, Fond du Lac, Brown, and Outagamie County judges are placing the Fox River Valley under a state of martial law until further notice. They are also implementing a 7 p.m. to 8 a.m. curfew, which begins immediately. All residents in the Fox River Valley are now being ordered to return home. Do not travel unless you have an emergency. If you leave your home, you are endangering yourself to ionizing radiation, and you are endangering yourself to criminals. Anyone who is seen outside will be questioned, and anyone who looks weird will be detained and searched. Anyone caught rioting, looting, or committing crimes will be arrested and prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. Stay off the streets and follow orders. At midnight, at Indianapolis, it was clear. The temperature was minus 10 degrees, the dew point was minus 10, and the relative humidity was 100%. The wind was southeast at 14 miles an hour, producing a wind chill of minus 31. The barometric pressure was 32.68 inches and steady. Around central Indiana and Eagle Creek Airport, it was clear, with a temperature of minus 11. It was fair, with a temperature of minus 12 at Muncie, minus 11 at Anderson, and minus 10 at Shelbyville. Elsewhere across Indiana, skies range from clear to partly cloudy, with a temperature of minus 10 at Terre Haute and minus 7 at Evansville. It was clear, with a temperature of minus 18 at South Bend, minus 17 at Fort Wayne, minus 15 at Lafayette, and minus 10 at Bloomington. Just outside Indiana, skies range from clear to mostly clear, with a temperature of minus 20 at Chicago and minus 3 at St. Louis. Champaign reported minus 16, Dayton reported minus 9, Louisville reported minus 9, and Cincinnati reported minus 8. Once again, at Indianapolis it was minus 10 degrees with clear skies. This is NOAA All Hazards Radio KEC 74 in Indianapolis. And now a special weather statement. For the following counties, in Indiana, Boone, Decatur, Delaware, Hamilton, Hancock, Hendricks, Henry, Johnson, Madison, Marion, Morgan, Rush, Shelby, and Tipton. Temperatures have now dropped from their highs in the upper 100s down to the negative aughts to negative teens, with local reports of minus 20s. The National Weather Service is at a loss to explain this phenomenon of temperatures today. Right now, you are now being urged to exercise extreme cold precautions. These precautions are the following. Dangerously cold wind chills expected. The dangerously cold wind chills will cause frostbite in as little as 10 minutes to exposed skin. Expect wind chills to range from 30 below zero to 70 below zero. The combination of very cold air and sustained wind speeds of 15 miles per hour or more will create dangerously low wind chill values. Frostbite can occur quickly and even hypothermia or death if precautions are not taken. For more information regarding the matter, please visit www.weather.gov/IND, and then click on your county for more information on hazardous conditions. And now a look at your forecast for Indianapolis and central Indiana. Rest of tonight. Cold, clear. Lows in the mid-20s below zero. Wind chill readings 30 to 50 degrees below zero. Southeast winds 10 to 15 miles an hour, gusting to 25 to 30 miles an hour. Wednesday. warmer, sunny. Highs in the mid-70s. East winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. Wednesday night. Clear. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Indiana State Police. A statewide civil emergency has been declared. Repeating, a statewide civil emergency has been declared. A massive cold wave has affected the state of Indiana. All residents are now being asked to turn off their fans and start using heaters. Do not start a campfire in your fallout shelter. If you are going outside, please put on multiple layers to prevent yourself from getting frostbite. Practice extra caution if driving outside tonight. In addition, the Indiana National Guard will be distributing heaters to homes tonight. If you need a heater, please place a towel over a visible portion of your house or your mailbox. Stay tuned to your local radio station for further information. This is NOAA All Hazards Radio KEC 74 in Indianapolis. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Indiana State Police. A statewide civil emergency has been declared. Repeating, a statewide civil emergency.
Take a look at this.
Oh God. The sun is literally white. It has shrunken. It can't be.
What's wrong?
It can't be. It's becoming like a neon star, except without the added mass. I can't explain what's happening. Oh God.
The sun is acting very erratically.
Oh God. It's about to release a gamma ray burst. Tell the president that a gamma ray burst is imminent.
10-4.
This is not a test. I repeat, this is not a test. This is a global emergency alert. The world is about to come to an end. About a few minutes ago, NASA made one of the darkest and likely the final discovery to ever be made. NASA has discovered that the sun is about to collapse into a supernova. When the sun collapses, it will send out lethal gamma radiation of around 1 billion sieverts of radiation, and then the sun will explode. The sun will either become a nebula or a black hole after it collapses. Unfortunately, there is nothing that can be done to stop this deadly catastrophe. We are all going to die. I repeat, we are all going to die. You are currently urged to gather around your loved ones or anything that makes you comfortable and await our final hours on this planet. Children's programming will resume to keep them distracted from our impending death, but nothing else will. Nothing matters anymore. This is the end of life. Choose how you wish to spend the final hours of this fading planet. If you worship a higher being, Pray for forgiveness and pray for great fortunes in heaven or wherever you are bound to go. Your broadcast will conclude with the final playing of your national anthem. God bless, and goodbye.
thoughts now. Steering, 'cause I forget the dots now. Was it all anymore? Faded after all. I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. Are you sure? Did you call? Would it be ever really so? I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. I don't know. Was it all anymore? Faded after all. I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. Are you sure? Did you call? Would it be ever really so? I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. I've been away in every state line. Dying of May, it lasted a lifetime. Try